Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. André Cardoso here. Thank you very much as always for being here and thank you for following my work. I want to share a few patterns with you and specifically for those who are following the stock markets. And I have collected, let's say, I've put together a list of a couple of stocks that started with an IPO last year. Most of them are really recent stocks, so I want to share a few of them, a few of the patterns, including Uber as an example, and Pinterest, or even Peloton Interactive. So I want I will cover this list of stocks with you. I shared already a few charts on Twitter, but it's always more interesting to see a video trying to explain my insights based on the patterns and the criterias and the Fibonacci ratios the market is trying to offer us. So a few stocks. Consumer services. You can, of course, later you can explore a bit deeper the activity of those companies and those stocks in particular. But a few of different from technology services, consumer, basically. I'm not sure if I have any other. Basically, technology and consumer, retail, trader, the real, health services by Biodesics, and Smile Direct Club, also a health service stock. So most of them technology. Then we have two of them of consumer and retail and wealth services. So let's start with the first one, and let me try to show you what I'm seeing. I already, as I said before, I already shared these charts on Twitter. You can always download for yourself those charts in order to practice those Fibonacci ratios and all those patterns. So basically, I have here a multiple price zone, or let's call this a cluster zone between two different bullish pattern completion points. One of them will complete at 132.61 and the other one projected at 129. So that forms kind of a range or a cluster box where those patterns will complete, and if that happens, that may offer an opportunity to try to go long with this stock, of course. I'm not saying the price can't trade lower, but this is based on the ratios that we have, and notice this is a full history chart of the stock, so this is a very recent stock. That being said, if the market decides to trade even lower, I will not be impressed with that, but based on the criteria and the ratios that we have at our disposal at this point, the formation of those patterns below may suggest then later a bounce towards the 38% Fibonacci retracement. So that is the first target for for those patterns. So if the price decides to form the scrap pattern and the bat pattern below, that may offer a bounce. Note that a retest, that the default target actually for those patterns, it's projected at the most recent support level. So at some point that may act as a resistance also. So if the market decides to trade at this price zone after forming the pattern, that may also offer some pressure and some resistance. We have the first target at the 38, and then later a violation, or the, let's say, the recovery of this support should point to the second target projected at the golden Fibonacci level. At least for now it's too soon to project the patterns, but it's a nice price zone for those who want to get involved with this particular stock. Of course, there's always a possibility for a bounce from the recent price zone, ignoring the idea to fall and to print those patterns below. And if that happens, if we see a violation of the previous structure resistance printed at 104.45, a violation of these highs, and I will start to project the shark pattern at 212. So the golden Fibonacci extension level projected at the previous structure highs. So if that happens, a violation of the most recent resistance will suggest a retest of the previous structure highs, and we have there the bearish shark pattern projected at the golden Fibonacci level. In my opinion, we should try to get involved in a bullish momentum. We should try to buy this stock, not to sell it, in my opinion. And that being said, I will try to wait for a retest of the previous lows of the stock to get involved, or to get let's say, to start to pay attention to these stocks. The same will apply to this one. This is Beyond Meat Inc. Now, when I look into this price behavior, it looks kind of an edge and shoulders right there. So I believe it can happen. A violation of the support level can trigger more downside momentum. We have also this major expanding kind of a megaphone formation. Let's see how the market will react also at that price zone. But the next, let's say, the pattern that I'm searching for, and I'm waiting to see if the market decides to approach those levels, previous structural lows, 46.60. So that's where the bullish shark pattern will complete, without ignoring, of course, the default target for this edge and shoulders formation projected at 14.35. So that's also one of the possibilities. As you can see here, the price has found multiple times the golden Fibonacci extension level as a pressure element, or as an element of pressure, in this case as support, in this case as resistance above. So let's wait and see how the price will react to that same Fibonacci extension for that stock. Peloton Interactive, also another one printing a visual pattern. This is another edge and shoulders formation. So we assume that a violation of this trend line support, well, let's point into the 94-ish level or price zone. If the market decides to break below these levels, I believe there's room also to achieve those default targets for the edge and shoulders. That's pointing to 26.80, 86, 200% Fibonacci extension, actually the previous structural lows of the stock. So I will not be surprised to see a retest of that price zone as a default target for that edge and shoulders formation. Datadog, also another technology service stock, and this one remains below the 200 moving average. Another one started with a price at 41.44, So I will not be surprised to see one approach to that price zone. We have patterns, or we have projections for that kind of a double top projected at 49.61, but we have also the 224% Fibonacci extension just a few points below as a bullish shark pattern completion point at 52.80. So that's where I believe it may offer, let's say, the best risk reward opportunity to get involved in this stock. Datadog Inc. Actually, we are seeing 4 hours time frame charts, kind of. So Cloudflare, another one that I'm expecting to see more downside momentum, and if that happens, we have default projections for symmetrical pattern at 44, let's say 44.47, the golden Fibonacci retracement level from the bottom to the most recent lows or highs. Actually, let me adjust this Fibonacci into this price zone. So this is a 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Actually, I want to point this golden Fibonacci first of all, 36.59. So we have kind of a first pressure cluster box between the 38% Fibonacci retracement. This is a Fibonacci for, let me just clarify this. Okay, this is the minor. This is an extension for this orange or yellow shark pattern. These minor fibs here, 161 and 224. This cluster zone between the 38% Fibonacci retracement level and the golden Fibonacci extension there, and then later another cluster box between this one, eventually larger or a bit larger than, or actually very similar, but two different cluster zones, one between the 38% Fibonacci retracement and the golden Fibonacci from this corrective structure, so an extension of this swing projected below, and then the major shark pattern projected 161 and 224. I'm pointing to these 224 because it will put the price trading this piece of data, so this previous structure support and resistance levels, golden Fibonacci level, and multiple patterns projected there also. So we have also multiple patterns projected above, so that's the reason why I'm pointing these two. So let's use this minor cluster above, okay, between those golden Fibonacci extension levels, and then a major cluster between shark patterns projected at 224, and eventually both will work. Eventually this price zone may offer some pressure, the market will bounce, not the first time, it will not be the last bounce, and then again new lows, searching for the next cluster below, and this one also with a symmetrical projection right above that cluster box. So we have a symmetrical projection, symmetrical pattern, let's say, projected or converging with that cluster box below. So 40.14, this is the price where I will start to pay attention to get involved. Pinterest. Technical double top, we need validation, nothing to say for this stock at this point. We still need the violation of the most recent support level, 60.41, and that should trigger the technical double top printed here. And if that happens, we may see the price fall into this price zone 35.69 or around this price zone. As you can see, it will also put the price trading previous structure resistance, which may act as the next support level. Let's see if the market will react to that pattern. Another one on technology, and another one that I'm expecting more bearish momentum, or at least a deeper pullback, if you want to put things in another perspective. Move to visual front. Okay, I have a few other patterns projected below, creating some convergence and creating this cluster box or cluster zone between 30.36 and 25.08. So basically the 224% Fibonacci extension and 88.6% Fibonacci retracement. As always, we have also projected, we have also this shark pattern, the golden Fibonacci projected right below the most recent lows, but this is the one that I'm waiting for to see if the market will approach those levels. So if that happens, we will see, I'm waiting for a violation of this triangle there, so I'm waiting for more downside in the direction of the previous swing low. So previous swing low, triangle there, and I want to see more downside in order to form those patterns. Of course, I can be wrong. If the market decides to recover above the triangle, things may change, and we need to adapt if that happens. But what I'm expecting to see is an approach to this 25-30 price zone, and which will print those patterns. So this is a bit different. Also the technology service, and this one started at 88.60, and it has formed at the bottom or support at 14.56. So at this point, I will not be surprised to see that bullish flag working and one approach to the previous structure highs. We have patterns projected at 79 and at 72.88. So we have that range where we may see the pattern or the price starting to feel some pressure. Let's wait and see. But we have that range between 72.88 and 79. Eventual cup and handle. So eventual cup, we need the handle to form. So even though the market can be pushed to the previous structure highs, if rejected, it may form the handle, and if that is the case, that should put the price trading even higher once confirmed. So if the market then later, after forming the handle, breaks above resistance, it should trigger the cup and handle formation, which should put the price trading an extension of all this swing, all the pattern extended to the 200% Fibonacci extension level. So that being said, we have projected at 79 bearish crab pattern, 88.6 right there, previous structure highs. So let's see how this one will react. Hoover, we can also expect, actually that's what I'm expecting. Again, I never know if I'm wrong or not. I need to wait to see if the market prints the patterns. but 45.90 trend line support and eventual bullish scrap pattern right below the trend line, eventually just to threat the violation of the trend line. That should trigger a lot of short side positioning. Once people start to see the violation of the trend line, eventually the price will bounce from that price zone. So we have a crab pattern at 45.90, and of course, if that happens and if the market ignores that a bounce from this price zone, we may see a deeper retracement or a deeper pullback, and I will start to pay attention to 36.72. Golden Fibonacci level, and also previous structure resistance level. So let's wait and see. Of course, 161. Let me add the 224, because that's also one of the possibilities, a squeeze to these lows or the previous structural lows, and trying to search for a deeper, even deeper retracement or a deeper pullback. So 36.72, the first, and then the 224% Fibonacci. And as I said before, it will not be the first time the price will find support at the golden Fibonacci level, a bounce, and then later, step by step, towards the 224% Fibonacci extension, new bounce expected from there. But for now, let's pay attention to this 45.90, the bullish scrap pattern, and of course, if the price ignores this, we have also the 38% Fibonacci there. So if the price ignores this price zone, we should see the price searching for the next Fibonacci levels, in this case also synced with those golden Fibonacci extension level, 161, and later the 224 at 26.22. Let's see how it will react. Also Uber. PagerDuty, another technology sector, and another one that I'm waiting for eventual bullish sharp patterns projected below 1 at the golden Fibonacci extension level, synced or converging with the golden Fib, and then another one pushed to 23.39. Well, and that's what it is. The market, as we can see, has found some resistance after completing that bearish bat pattern at 88.6. As you can see, the price has printed highs above the completion point, but without ignoring, actually I need to adjust this, without ignoring the previous structure highs and the starting point of the pattern, which is important in order to validate and to confirm the validation of the pattern, the bearish bat pattern at 88.6. We are now trading the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, and we have, of course, those shark patterns projected between 29.39 and then if pushed to the 224, 23.39. So for me, this is kind of a bearish a consolidation period after a bearish swing low, so we can expect more bearish momentum after a violation of this trend line. For now, we are stuck inside this structure, for now building a three-wave structure, eventually a fourth one and a five. Let's see how it will develop, but it's possible to see another swing and then later a violation or eventually a breakout above, but a violation of this trend line support, and I want to see how the market will react below. Actually, let's use also the same, we can also put kind of a symmetrical projection. Let's push the golden Fibonacci here. Let me project that from the golden Fibonacci. So with a new swing high, let's say, an eventual new swing high, threatening, let's say, breaking above this trend line resistance, and that should trigger a lot of upside positioning trades with a lot of people trying to go long, and then one eventual pullback again, with a symmetrical projection from that golden Fibonacci. That should print that should put the price at least trading this price zone. Of course, if the price trades above, we need to change these extension levels. But even a symmetrical projection, if the price decides to push above a symmetrical projection to the golden Fib, will put the price actually trading close to the golden Fibonacci level. So, but for now, let's stay focused on what we have, and it's and even though it's a speculation, this is a projection below support, and we don't know if the price will trade those levels. But if that happens, we should pay attention to this price zone, as I said before, without ignoring, of course, the possibility to form that symmetry without approaching this, without a violation of the resistance, without touching that golden Fibonacci retracement level. And that being said, the projection from the recent highs will put the price trading even lower or even below these Fibonacci extension levels. So even for now, let's stay focused on 29.39 as the next pressure zone below support, if that is the case. Corsair Gaming, another technology sector service stock, another one inside the sideways moving process. For me, it's pure consolidation. Let's see if the market will also follow the default, let's say the default expectations after a consolidation, after this bearish swing low. So we have this bearish swing low, consolidation, correction, and we are pointing to new lows. So we have a bullish bat pattern projected at 1837, without ignoring the default projection for this kind of a double top. It's not a technical double top. The market has failed the retest of the close price. A lot of people may look into this as a double top. I personally, I don't use I need a criteria here, and the criteria that I use is a retest of the close prices of the first stop, as I said before multiple times already. So I need to see the price retesting that close price and then rejecting to close above it. So I need the price to close below at the second top. The price has rejected to retest that specific close price of the first stop, but even though we can see this as a potential double top, if the market confirms a movement below 32.60, so I need to see, in fact, and accordingly to the recent structure, I need to see a violation of this structure support level or ascending support, and that may confirm more downside momentum. If that happens, we have the 200% Fibonacci extension as a default projection for a double top, but we have also the 88.6 bullish bat pattern at 1837, which may trigger also a bounce. Jumia technology service, another one projected with a bullish bat pattern at 1419, kind of a symmetrical projection, also pointing to that price zone. Let's see if that will happen. Very clear price structure. Let's see, nothing more to say. Nice convergence there between Fibonacci extension levels, the 88.6, the completion point of the pattern, and the symmetrical projection below. The Real Inc. retail sector, let's see, the very similar to the previous ones, as you can see, swing low, consolidation, a nice triangle there, bearish expectations. We have golden Fibonacci extension projected at 1732. We have this trend line, ascending trend line support, so that may offer some pressure, and if that happens, that should offer a bounce from the golden Fibonacci extension. As always, 224% Fibonacci extension right below previous structural lows, as we can see, 1237 previous structural lows, and 224% Fibonacci extension. So the market may find support or limited support at the golden Fib, and then later it can also sink into the 224% Fibonacci extension level, forming the shark pattern below this trend line. If that happens, that may offer also a better risk-reward opportunity to get involved. Palantir Tech, another, of course, technology sector stock. Let me delete this moving average because I don't need it for now. Palantir Tech, another one that I'm expecting, and based on a very simple approach, taking into consideration the default Elliott 5-wave structure with a first wave and a second wave, followed by a third wave, and the eventual fifth wave, if equal to the first one, okay, accordingly to the default, let's say the default variables to identify a swing of Elliott wave of 5 swings. So we have kind of if wave 5 equals wave 1, if that happens, so this is pure speculation, but we have a default projection for Elliott 5 at $13. So, and we have one eventual crab pattern extended to the golden Fibonacci at 857. So that being said, we have also the 200% Fibonacci extension if you want to consider this as also as a double, not as a double top, but as an head and shoulders. That's what I want to say. Potential left shoulder, the head, and if you want to see this as a potential right shoulder, we can see this as a head and shoulders formation pointing to 6.94. So basically we have kind of a cluster zone between 867 or 857 and 694, without ignoring, of course, the default projection of an Elliott 5 to at $13, which can perfectly be pushed to these previous structural lows. Okay, 899. So let's see how it will develop. Biodesics, another one. This one on health services or health sector, and another one that a few things can happen from here: a bounce from these lows, a bounce from this price zone, and the violation of the previous structure resistance at 95.49, and I will start to project bearish crab patterns at 31.26, approaching the retest of the previous structure highs. And of course, if the market decides to trade below 1586, below the previous and most recent support, we may see the price then later or trading even deeper, trading even lower with bullish bat patterns projected below, and the bullish deep crab pattern also a few points above. So 987 and 809. So there's kind of a cluster or a target box where I will start to pay attention if the market decides to achieve those price zones. And to finish, Smile Direct Club, another one, this one trading below this ascending channel. I need to adjust this. This ascending channel, so we are now trading below that structure. We have also shark patterns projected at 695 and another one 224% Fibonacci extension. I'm not so sure if the price will approach to these levels. It's very possible. 3.43. So previous structural low. Let's tag these lows also. The previous lows at previous support and previous lows at 365. So that being said, a retest of the bottom may also offer a nice opportunity to get involved if that happens with the bullish shark pattern projected there. But first of all, let's pay attention to this golden Fibonacci extension level 78.6 and the 127% Fibonacci extension from this swing low. Let me put this line here. Let's change this color into blue, and let's also project this from the recent resistance. So we have resistance there. If we project a cluster, if we project a symmetrical clone from this first swing low, we can see the price projected a few points below these 78.6, or between the 78.6 88.6% Fibonacci retracement level. First level of pressure that I will pay attention for, or to 6.95 if that happens. Of course, there is also a possibility for a bounce from this price zone without violating the previous structural lows, the previous structural support. And if that happens, I will pay attention to the golden Fibonacci retracement level. I'm trying to pick my trend line. And if that happens, a push to this golden Fibonacci level, and I will start to project a new swing low from that Fibonacci retracement level. That should put the price retesting this trend line again, this trend line support, which may act again as resistance. And if that happens, if the price starts to fall from this golden Fibonacci level, eventually we can start to project. Then later, of course, we need to see a violation of the support later, but we can start to make projections below the support, eventually a three-wave swing on a higher degree scale or a higher time frame, not a time frame, or a higher degree structure projected as a symmetrical pattern, let's say. So for now, that's what I want to share with you. Some of those, actually most of those patterns, as you can see, are very, very recent. A few exceptions, Uber and Pinterest a bit older than the other ones, but most of them very, very young markets. Like those are the teenagers entering now in the woods. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. The idea is to share with you some of those patterns with you in order to motivate you to learn how they form, how to measure them, how to identify them, and then of course how to apply a decent and friendly strategy to take advantage of the risk reward they tend to offer. So the objective here is not to say, okay, there's a pattern, you should buy at 42.70. I'm not the person who will tell you should or you could buy or sell a pattern or sell a specific instrument here or there. I'm not the person who will say that to you. I'm just pointing you to those specific patterns. Of course, they will suggest a retracement or a bounce once they form, but that's up to you to decide if you want to get involved, if you think it's the best price zone to get involved or not, if it's the best, if you are now trading the best environment to go short or to go long that particular stock or that sector. So you need to take a lot of things into consideration before triggering a trade. So I'm just pointing you the specific patterns the market tends to print for us, and of course how to take advantage from them. It depends on the strategy you want to apply, depends the risk you want to put in your strategy. It depends on a lot of factors. So, but the idea is to share with you specific criteria, specific variables, and in this case supported by the Fibonacci levels, and supported by those advanced pattern formations that we already know where they will complete, and above all, and most important, we know where they will invalidate. So it's very important to identify a level to say I was wrong, or I'm wrong, and I need to get out as soon as possible. I believe it's common sense for some of you already. I believe a lot of you have already listening to that expression. You need to exit your trades or your losses as fast as possible and try to hold your profit positions as longer as possible. No? So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this session with the objective to train your eye to these specific advanced pattern formations, and well, that's what I want to share with you today, and taking the advantage to wish you all a nice weekend with your families, and nice rest. Take a rest for the next week of trading, for those who are trading, and for those who are learning processes. I believe it's important also to take some moments away from your computer, from your books, from your readings, and to try to rest your head, to then come fresh next Monday or next Sunday and try to observe and try to embrace the markets as disciplined as possible. So that being said, I wish you all a nice weekend for you and for your families, and see you in the next videos.